This is one of 3 folios that I created using different types of adhesive. I created this one using ATG or tape runner. I had a little bit of difficulty with the cover and the ATG not quite holding up to the stress that's on the cover. Be sure and check out last week's video for more about that. Let's get on to finishing the interior, adding the waterfall, the enclosure, and embellishing. All right, last one, and we should be good to use the ATG runner for this part because it's not going to have as much stress on it as the spine does. All right, I didn't film the scoring and folding and inking because y'all have already seen me do that, but I went ahead and inked these edges up with Distress Oxide Evergreen Bow because this is white core cardstock. Just like with the double-sided tape, not going to have a whole lot of time to get this positioned. Once it makes contact with the folio, it is pretty much down. And again, this is directional paper, so we want to make sure that it's right side up. Once the entire waterfall is positioned, it's not going to be as noticeable that it's a little out of place. And I'm actually going to try aligning the right edge of the waterfall with the interior pattern paper. Trying not to get my head in the shot, but it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing and film at the same time. Almost put that on upside down. Well, that's really crooked, Katie. Well, it'll have to do. Oh, wow, we got 3 reds in here. onto the embellishing. I'm creating bows using this Fisker's punch and some little labels and postage stamps using dies in my stash and leftover pattern paper from the collection. I also dug out these adorable little reindeer buttons and glued them down. I'm actually going to use these tags as tags, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these inside that little pocket that we made the other day. This is my We Are Memory Keepers combination scoreboard and cutting tool, and all you need to do really to switch this between having it as a cutting tool or a scoreboard is just to flip this right here. This piece right here will turn it into a scoreboard. And if you flip it down this way, then you can trim it. And I'm gonna align as best I can the center of this very first line there. That didn't come out too bad. I do need to trim off some of the bottom there. There was another tag on there that I used for another project. And I'm going to use my scissors to separate those two. I'm going to repeat, and I'm going to go ahead and trim off this excess. Right now, because that'll make it easier for me to see where to align the cut. And I'm actually using my fingers in contact with the bottom part of the blade to help steady the scissors. It is a helpful little trick. I wonder if I can layer these up. How cute that would look. Hold on to that thought. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and punch these tags. What I might do with some of these, if I decide I don't need the images, or if I decide I don't need these tags, I might go ahead and fussy cut some images. But I'm not sure about that. think that's what we'll go ahead and do. And I'm just gonna leave these tags loose in the pockets because I want the recipients to be able to pull the tags out and put pictures or journaling or whatever they like behind them and use the to and from for gift giving purposes. And I'm going to focus on finishing up the embellishments for one of these, and then I will do the embellishments for the others off camera. So I fussy cut this from one of the other cut-aparts, one of the larger cut-aparts in this collection, and I think I'm just going to glue this down here because this needs something. That's an awful lot of space. Yes, it's got pattern paper, but it just needs a little something more. I think I'm actually going to switch adhesives for this. I'm going to go ahead and switch to Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I'm just going to lay that down like so. And I don't want to put anything on this side because I don't want to add any more layer. I don't want to put anything down on this side because I don't want to add any more layers between these magnets and these magnets over here. So as far as this right here, I think we're done. I think I'll see if I've got some washi. I mean, I know I've got washi, and like every crafter, I've got washi out the wazoo. I think I've got, that's very Christmassy right there. I mean, lots of this is actually pretty Christmassy, but. Not sure where this washi I know is from Michael's. And I think that's probably a little too cutesy for this collection. Although that candy cane stripe might work. And I like that star. And the gold will definitely work. So what I'm thinking is a couple of rows of washi tape. And if I had thought about this, I would have done this before I put this down. But you know what? It is what it is. So I'm gonna start. I know I have a craft knife around here. I'm gonna burnish that down to help that get good adhesion. And then I'm going to do another row right there, parallel. And let's do the gold. You know, we don't want this to be the only place that these two washi tapes show up. So we're going to add that in a couple of other places. And I was thinking about adding, this is Ruby Slipper, and this is Woodland Green, and it does match, they do match this green and this red, and some of the other greens and reds. So I think it'll be okay. I've never tried to build an album entirely with ATG, and now I know why. In all seriousness, it's a great option to keep in your stash, in your adhesive stable for things that you need to get to adhere down quickly. Maybe not necessarily in any place that's going to get a lot of pulling or a lot of tension or have a lot of weight on it. If that's the case, then you're also going to want to cover that ATG with liquid glue or some other type of adhesive to give it a little bit of strength. The ATG will hold that paper in place while the liquid glue is drying, and that's a great way to use it. But by itself, in any place it's going to get any kind of stress, it's probably not your best bet. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you ring the notification bell, you'll get a notification when next week's album goes live. We're going to be using the Midnight Garden collection by Prima.